I think that food companies must love social media because on social media, people who are desperate for attention are pushing products and encouraging us to eat things and put things on our bodies that actually contribute to our poor health, our poor skin quality, our horrible quality of hair, like everything that we hate, that we're going to chase more products to try to solve. And I think that food companies, pharmaceutical companies, the beauty care, all these people, the weight loss industry, they just love social media because we buy so much more based on the stupidity that's out there. Today, I feel like we're so focused on lack. And because we're focused on lack, we're chasing youth. We're chasing, I want to feel like a teenager all the time. I want to look like I'm not aging. And this is new. We used to really look to our elders and appreciate what they understood, what they knew, and wanted them to teach us. And now I feel like we're more focused on looking five. And I know that sounds silly to say that we're worried about looking so young, but I have teenagers that are worried about their skin and not just like acne, like they're buying wrinkle creams. And I'm hearing things in our young people that don't make any sense. Why are you so afraid of wrinkles at, 18, 19, 20? And they're covering their faces up with so much makeup and then don't understand why their skin quality is horrible. Don't understand why, like, they're having more breakouts, but your face is constantly, anyways. Even our young people want to be young and are hiding their faces. And I remember that there was a time where we cared about the planet. We cared about each other. We were trying really hard to make sure that our world advanced in a positive way. And now we're in the situation where companies have gotten us to pay so much attention to competing with each other, right? Because I need to look younger. I need to have more gadgets than my friend or my next door neighbor. I need to be always looking to make myself look like I'm just better than everybody else. Why am I doing that? Because if I'm competing all the time with everybody around me, I'm not actually living a life that's advancing the planet. And I'm distracted, right? Because is my hair shiny enough? Like, how can I look like I'm still 15? And then the companies that are actually doing stuff, that are actually making money, that are actually pushing things that are not good for us. And we don't even notice because we're so busy trying to look younger than we are. We don't realize that the reason that we look older than we are is because of all the chemicals that we keep allowing them to put in us. All the chemicals that are just ruining our bodies and keeping us in the position where nothing is going to function properly. We are just vanity driven. The only people that win when we're vanity driven are the makeup companies and the weight loss industry. Like, they win because we just focus on looking healthy. Not that we need to feel it. As long as we look healthy, we think that that's a win. But I really want every wellness warrior to understand that's not true. If we only look healthy, but our body isn't functioning to peak capacity, at some point, we are going to struggle, because at some point, we are going to be in the position eventually where our body stops functioning. And then what happens, right? We're not going to look healthy at that point because our body's going to be falling apart. That's a very sad place to be. I feel like companies getting us to compete with each other, especially on look, on fitness, like we have to be the strongest, the thinnest, the prettiest. The fact that they've got us worrying so much about looking better than everybody else rather than being healthy is one of the most cunning ways that food companies stop us from eating healthy, because while we're competing with each other and trying to be better than everybody else, that vanity stops us from seeing that the makeup we're putting on our face is causing our face to be unhealthy. It stops us from seeing that the perfumes and creams and all the stuff we're always spraying is causing us to be unhealthy. Like these things that we're doing, because we're doing them so that we smell good and we look good, we're so focused on that. And then we're eating the wrong food, which is also contributing to our poor quality of body. We're unable to stop doing those things, because if I don't do those things, then I don't look the way that I want to look. And if I don't look the way that I want to look, I can't compete with Susie and Mary and Michelle. And so what happens is we keep putting these toxins on ourselves. We keep eating the toxins because we're not paying attention to the fact that that's what's causing us really to our skin to really look the way that it's looking. We don't get it. And the companies just keep selling us stuff. Oh, this cream is going to solve that, and this thing is going to solve that. And you can keep eating the junk food, and we keep doing it because we're so down the rabbit hole. Wellness Warrior, they've convinced us that all this stuff that we're putting on ourselves isn't a problem. They've convinced us that the things that we're eating aren't a problem. They've convinced us that any health issues that we are having, we're having them not because of anything that the company is doing. It's our genetics, right? It's our allergies, right? They make the makeup hypoallergenic so that you can use it, because everybody's supposed to be able to put on makeup, right? Because that's normal. That's the normal state. Not the fact that it's not normal, that 7,000 years ago, we weren't walking around with makeup. Even 2,000 years ago, were we walking around with makeup? I don't know about that, but they've got us believing that putting makeup on our face, these toxic chemicals on our face, couldn't possibly be the problem. No, the problem is that you are sensitive. Did you know that when the world started to click in, that the sugar in the foods that we were eating was the reason that we were becoming obese and all of our health problems were happening? Were you aware that food companies came together to work together to come up with the idea of calories in, calories out? Let's just tell them that they're the lazy ones, that if they were just exercising more, they would be at a healthy weight. Did you know that they came together, even though they are competing companies, to work together to make sure that we didn't figure out that they were making us fat? Food companies understand the value of working together, and the fact that if we work together, we would figure out where the real problem is, and then we would help each other to be healthy. So they keep us competing against each other. They keep us jealous of each other so that we can't stop them from making the money that they're making. And it's been working. It's been working, Wellness Warrior, that we are so focused on looking younger than we are. We are so focused on being seen as young and vibrant. Like, we're trying to fight time, right? The clock is going to tick and you are going to age no matter what you do, no matter what you eat. But we're so focused on fighting time and looking younger than we are that we don't see that they are stealing our youth. We are giving away the best years of our lives to feeling horrible. We are giving away the best years of our lives to eating food that doesn't build a healthy body that can stay healthy long into the future. It's crazy, but we're doing that. Ultimately, today I wanted to help you guys to understand that it's not just the food companies. All the companies have their hands in this pot that is, how can I make money while ignoring what's healthy for the people that are giving me their money? And I'm making today's video because we're only looking at the food companies. I want us to look wider. I want us to understand that everything I put on my skin, everything that I inhale, everything that I eat, there's so many different ways for toxins to get into my body. And when you put something on your skin, that's a toxin getting into your body. When you inhale things, you can allow toxins into your body. It's not just what we eat. And we need to understand that all chemicals that enter our body have an impact of some way, whether it's food, whether it's medication, whether it's a cream. The same way that I can put a cream on my body to stop myself from being in pain, I need to understand when I put other creams on my body, they're not just making my skin look hydrated, they're doing something else. And am I letting myself see what that something else is? And maybe even understanding that it could be why my skin doesn't look as hydrated as I want it to look. It could be why sometimes I don't feel good. These chemicals aren't just on my skin. They get into my skin, which means they get into my blood system. They get into my body. Are you still believing the lie that these companies care about you? I no longer believe that to be true. I don't think that they care about me. They care about getting my money. So what I want you to think about, Wellness Warrior, is you have a decision to make. You can keep giving companies your money and believing that they have your best interests at heart. Or you can look a little bit deeper into the fact that one thing that we know for sure, and this is guaranteed, it's the food that you eat that determines the health of your body. It's the food that you eat that determines whether or not your skin is going to look good. It's the food that you eat that determines whether or not your hair is going to be shiny. It is not a chemical product that you're going to put on the outside that's going to change the fact that you were damaging what was happening on the inside. That's never how that's going to happen. Never. It's always going to be that the food that you eat builds you from the inside out. And if you want your body to look good, if you want your body to feel good, if you want to be a healthy person who can do the activities that you want to do, what you actually need to do is focus your attention on the foods that you're eating. I hope this video helps you. And I hope that you take the time you need to take to change your life so that you can live the life that you want to live, so you can be out there doing your activities. Get out there and do your activities.